Eben, this is one folder
This
out
is
of
one
many
folder. Yes,
in
I
the lots.
believe we have 10 folders of storyboards, which sort of plans out the entire journey of the film, completely maps it out.
Wow.
From James Bond, The World Is Not Enough. And beginning here, we've got sort of the boat chase storyboard sequences right here. And what's interesting is not every single sort of storyboard or sequence is in the film, as you sort of had a look through this earlier and pointed out a couple points where you're like, oh, that's not in the film. And that's because not everything makes it into the film.
Right.
In pre-production, when they're sort of planning things out,
Yeah.
they're like, you know, it's a different story when they're actually filming. Sometimes on a budget or on the day they couldn't complete it, and they're just like, well, we'll just cut that out.
Right.
But what's interesting on this one is it maps out the entire sort of journey of the film and the action points.
Look at this, Rob.
On this beautiful map. And
There's one more in.
there we go. And I believe you have something to tell us over here now.
Well, I actually put together a map of my own, marking all of the spots from the boat river chase.
Right.
And had I known you had this ready to put up for auction, I could have saved about a year's worth of timing. So
I mean,
I didn't have to do it. I could have just come down here and photocopied this.
but it's just good to, they sort of do this beforehand in pre-production, just so everybody sort of has an idea of what's being filmed where, and just it's good to map things out, and it just makes sort of when you go into production.
Yeah, I mean they would need permission and permits, so they couldn't really just rock up to somewhere, and so they'd need to know exactly where they were going.
Yeah, and
leave nothing to chance.
And this is just sort of, you know, we've just looked
just
at 5% of it.
Yeah.
You know, there's 10 folders, and each folder is absolutely jam-packed with sort of storyboards, maps, sort of detailing.
And so they originally had the idea of one of the planes landing on the Thames, I believe, and then that changed to the hot air balloon.
Yeah, and it says here, for meeting Tuesday the 15th of December. Clearly it didn't go well in that meeting, and they cut it. You know, so it's brilliant. And, you know, just throughout this, there's just so much, you know, really good information. So much work has gone through something like this.
Ibrahim, this one I'm particularly excited about. Please walk us through what this knife is.
So this is from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. This actually originated from the Peter Nelson collection. This is the knife Bond uses. It's actually a real knife. It's a hero knife. And he uses it and he throws it and it hits the calendar, and it hits September 14th. And Draco says it's actually 13th, and Bond says, no, I'm superstitious, or something along those lines. But what's interesting, this is a real knife. I believe it's from Slovenia, a knife maker out there called Whitby. Just be very careful, because it is actually sharp.
Okay.
So you've got sort of, real metal, wood. You've got dinks and sort of scratches throughout.
Wow.
And you can sort of see over here some sort of little dents over there.
So cool.
But a real knife, something you wouldn't see nowadays when they're filming production, because that is a safety concern.
Right.
But back in the day, you know, the laws were a bit easier.
Back in the day, Lazenby could just lob this
So
as willy-nilly as he liked.
yeah,
Cool.
it was different. It's a different story now, and it comes with the sort of sheath over here made from real leather.
Nice. And is the knife one of one? They weren't like multiple knives?
I mean, it's very hard to tell, especially sort of going back that time. The only sort of way of finding out is looking at what publicly sold.
Right.
But as far as
we know, this is it.
This
is the one.
This is
the Excalibur.
And the hero. So there might have been a sort of safety knife if they were sort of handling things and throwing it, but it's really, it's quite difficult to know. But a deep dive online, which I'm sure you can do, you can sort of pull up the results and have a look.
It's great.
And yeah, this is up in our winter auction. It's up for an estimate of £6,000 to £12,000.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a nice prop. Sort of has its key moment in
yeah,
that
key
scene.
moment in the film.
Yeah.
And it's straight out of the novel as well. It's pretty much word for word, scene for scene out of the novel. So very nice. Thank you for showing me that.
You've picked a good script.
Oh, great. Well, it looks great. I love the folder even. It just looks like it's
Yeah, it's
been
bound.
well preserved.
It's bound
Yeah.
really nicely. So you've got, you know, from James Bond, Live and Let Die. You've got Ian Fleming
Ian
there.
Fleming, Live and Let Die.
Yeah, studio over here. And what's really nice about this is this is a shooting script, and it's got the colored revision. So what that means is every single sort of color you see, different sort of colors, is when a script has been revised.
Right.
And this has multiple revisions in here, and it just showcases the sort of history of this shooting script. And what's really nice about this is it also has a unused sequence where there's a scene on aboard the Quirrell Junior boat with a shark. And I don't think that made the cut, did it?
Well, I've not even heard about that deleted scene. Well, so did they film it, or it was just
I'm
written?
not sure. I'm not sure they
Right,
filmed
right.
it. They could have filmed it, but it didn't make the final.
But it's in the
It's in here, yeah.
in the original manuscript
Yeah.
here. That's fascinating,
Yeah,
and it
and-
has the old address there for Eon Productions. Oh, wait,
Good condition.
sorry.
Oh.
Going off half-cocked, Rob. After all, there's no sense in going off half-cocked, is there? Oh, Richard Maybaum hated that line.
He did.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's Richard Maybaum,
He
the
did
scriptwriter.
indeed.
How many did he do? 13? Bond
Something
films?
like that.
13? Anyway, I
Yeah.
forget how many he did.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he
yeah.
said that was the moment where he realised Bond had gone too far.
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that.
But there
line.
it is, yeah. Well, Tom Mankiewicz was a fan because he wrote it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Great.
Lovely.
Fantastic.
And this is also in our winter auction, and it's got an estimate of £3,000 to £6,000.
Wonderful. Ibram, we've got two very iconic masks here, two very different masks. Please walk us through this one.
This is from James Bond, No Time to Die. This is Rami Malek Safin's mask over here. And what's interesting about this is it's made from biscuit foam, but it's the sort of special effects mask.
Right.
So as he gets shot and he falls, the mask sort of breaks, and we have the internal wiring that controls the squibs. The squibs are sort of little, you know,
Little
explosive.
tiny explosions.
Yeah, and that's what sort of you would have seen. But yeah, it's brilliant because it has all the internal wirings that would go to a squib over here. And yeah, it's a brilliant piece.
And it turns up later in the film as well because
Yeah.
it's a callback.
Yes, it's a flashback,
Right?
isn't it?
And
Yes.
so Madeline Swan sees it and then instantly knows that she's in debt to Safin, basically.
Yeah.
And am I right in thinking, I might throw you under the bus here with this one, but with clown masks, is this like technically known as a clown mask? So they all have to be individual for every different film because there's a different copyright on each mask?
I'm not sure, but I know that this was actually based on the Japanese theater masks.
Right.
So that's the sort of look you're seeing over
see,
here
yeah.
around the eyes. So it's actually plays homage to a Japanese theater mask.
Right, okay, that makes
Yeah.
more sense. Which is probably why they had rumours at the time that Safin was Dr. No, the original Dr. No, because they might have seen the Japanese origin there. Fascinating. And yeah, this one from the pre-titles of Spectre,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. So yeah, please talk us about this one.
So this is a Day of the Dead mask with the top hat. The top hat is actually a prototype sort of top hat. The sort of Bond ones are very well known. They're marked, but this is one of the Day of the Dead masks. And yeah, it's brilliant. It's become sort of such a big thing now, the Day of the Dead masks, and you know we see it everywhere. And this is just a sort of brilliant example that you instantly recognize. You see that nowadays, and you're like, "Yep, that's from Day of the Dead," and people absolutely love it.
Yeah, a great Halloween costume.
It is.
Yeah.
It is absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
you see it everywhere. And this is going up for auction at £4,000 to £8,000,
Right.
and the Rami Malek mask is going up for £10,000 to £20,000.
Okay, Ibram, I think I recognise this phone, but
It's not an
perhaps you can
iPhone.
tell- It's not an iPhone, no,
No.
it's an Ericsson.
It's an
But
Ericsson,
it plays a very important role in a Bond film. Perhaps you can talk about it.
Yeah,
please.
so this is from Tomorrow Never Dies. It's an Ericsson phone that controls the
Oh,
car.
look at that.
And Ericsson did 12 phones for this production.
Right.
6 of them were static, 6 were special effects. This is one of the resin special effects phones. And they would have sort of overlaid that
Yep.
and then you would have seen it on screen, sort of controlling.
That's fascinating. And so were these actual phones for real phones or purposely made for the movie?
I mean, from what I can tell, it's a dummy phone.
It's a dummy phone.
Yeah, it's a dummy phone. I mean, the sort of buttons are sort of real rubber, but it's just a dummy phone. And this, what's good about this, it comes with an Ericsson letter of authenticity.
Nice.
So it's just the letter basically states, you know, that Ericsson made 12 of these phones, and this is sort of one of them.
I almost like that it has a bit of wear and tear on the screen here, so that you can see that this has been in battle, much like the car was, and much like Bond was as well, right?
It should. That's what you expect. And when sort of the prop master would have gotten all of these phones, it would have been their job to sort of distress them different sort of levels. Or if they were all going to be the same sort of distressing, make sure every single one of them match up. So if they're like scratching it here, they need to make sure they scratch it all in the same places. But
because he's doing shoulder rolls. You know, he's diving in through windows of the car. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I really like
Boom,
it.
boom,
Yeah.
boom.
And his little face as well when he uses it.
Maybe
like,
you guys can like put in your post production.
Oh yeah.
And like control this.
That's all you, Rob. Rob, your post production. We'll have to get a.
So up the budget on that.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah, this so this is also in our winter auction, along with many other James Bond props and costumes, and this has an estimate of £10,000 to £20,000.
Wow. Okay, great. Ibram, I'm unusually excited by seeing this jumper. It's a very special jumper because it has such a very special moment in the film. Perhaps you can talk about that, please.
Yeah, I mean, this is James Bond's 100% cashmere jumper over here from Skyfall. It's a beautiful jumper. It's tagged Hero, and I mean, it's a beautiful piece, isn't it?
Yes, it's actually in pretty good nick as well.
Yeah, moths haven't gotten to it, so it's nice and clean. It's got the tag, the wardrobe tag in the back on it, so that's always really good to see. It's got, I believe, a Hero label also, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Hero number 3.
Right. Okay.
So they would have had multiples of these, but yeah, this is really nice to see. Very good condition.
And this is really the jumper that kick-started everything for NPL, right? So this was the first feature for them in the Bond films, and then afterwards you had the Spectre roll neck for the poster, and then it goes on to the Commando jumper in No Time to Die. So we're seeing the origins of a great brand partnership with Eon and Daniel Craig, and also the blue. I know that he really liked to have the blue to bring the blue out in his eyes.
Yeah, he wears it well too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you. This is a very. And how much would this go for?
This is up for £3,000 to £6,000 for a Bond piece from Skyfall, 100% cashmere. I mean, what more do you want?
Brilliant. Thank you. Great. Thanks, Ibram.
So this is from Skyfall. This is James Bond full chauffeur costume disguise. He wears this as he's tracking the assassin Patrice from the airport to the sort of next target, and it's a fascinating piece. It's you've got this sort of jacket, you've got the blazer, the tie, the shirt. I believe the shirt is from Tom Ford, the tie and the glasses also, which
nice
here with the Tom Ford case.
Beautiful.
And it's what's nice about this is you've got sort of the distressing, the rips, sort of used for stunts, and on the back there's sort of a big tear, sort of Bond sort of in action. So it's a really lovely piece, and what's really nice, we can show this on camera.
Yeah.
We've got DC, Daniel Craig, number 1 on there.
And the Hattie London.
I mean, they go all out for James Bond, so
it's great that you have it all together as one outfit as well, that they haven't been sold off individually. They're all here for the one.
I think we have offered before sort of pieces, but it's always nice when you get a full ensemble sort of costume. It's a sort of one and done from the film, you know. So if you're a sort of collector, you really like Skyfall, I mean, who doesn't? Then this sort of does it all for you, and you just put on a full display, put a head on it with the glasses, and that's it. You're done.